This one is slightly different than everyone else's, primarily because this is just some photography I've done around the school and Edge. It's going to be 5 photos out of like the 3,000 or 4,000 I've taken this year, and I'll explain why I think they're great photos and why and like the story behind them, because a lot of most photography has like some intrinsic story. So the first photo out of these is of Kate Ornellis' sign. This is at the ICE protester demonstration that we had this year. So the overarching story of this is kind of told by the fact that it's a protest, right? So we're all outside, and about 5 or so photographers are there, and I'm one of them, and I get this photo of Kate's sign. I think this is a great photo for a couple reasons. One, tells obviously a story, right? The point of the photo is that it's a photo of a protest. But second, and most importantly, I really like the lighting in the back, and that's why it's number 5. But there's some photos ahead of it which I think tell that I have a greater connection to, which is why those are great. The second one, this is Kaylin King. Kaylin King is a great friend of mine, great debater, and this photo means a lot to me. One, because I think it captures her really well. Captures really well, but more importantly, I really like the composition of it. So specifically, like the background, I think it's really, it's Edge, right? So it's a photo of her in Edge. But it's the background and sort of the lighting gives it this sort of film look that I usually don't shoot with, but I think is done really well here. Plus, I think the sort of like color composition is really good, right? So we have those reds, those blues, and this sort of this sort of like Kodak-y grain look that I think I really don't usually shoot, and I think I really like here. So the third photo, this is Ellie Meisel. The story, I don't know if this is kind of apparent as it is in the other photos, but this has a very strong story to it. This is, I want to say Lee Summit West.
I think it was Blue Springs.
It was Blue Springs. This is Blue Springs, and the story behind this photo is that this is a debate tournament. I think I got quarterfinals, but the overarching story about this photo is not about me, it's about her. And the reason why I really like this photo is because this is us leaving, and this is literally just her looking into it's just like her looking into the abyss, right? And so I really like the colors and foundation. I think it's really close to her suit. I'm really usually not good at color science, but I did the best I could in matching her colors. And you just really don't want anyone to see the photo, huh? But I think it really matches her suit. I really like the lighting. I think it's active, but not too active, right? There's someone with a tub of debate evidence right to her left. It's sort of a still, but at the same time, it's kind of showing. Is that you? Okay. 4 is me. So, I usually don't photograph myself. It's like the one thing I don't do. But this is a photo of me. This is based off of, I don't know if it's visible, it probably is, because I have a big head. But this is a photo of me, and the reason why I place it at 4 is one, I don't take photos of myself, and when I do, I don't like the photos I take of myself. But I really like this one, and so that's why I think it's important to me. Compositionally, I think it's great. One, the focus is on the camera. It also has like me in the background, like you can tell it's me, but the focus is the camera, and like that's the idea of the photo. The story of the photo is I'm a photographer. I'm a photographer. I really like this photo. The genuine way that this photo was taken is this I think the second photo I took with my camera. This is the camera I got my Christmas, on Christmas, and this is the second photo I took, and it's a photo in a mirror. I don't know if that's necessarily clear. Obviously, it's a mirror image, but yeah. And then 5, and this one's the part of the backstory. So this is a photo of downtown Kansas City. There's a couple reasons why I really like this photo. I'm sure that the screen isn't giving it justice because it's stretching the photo really wide. But if you look at it like on a normal screen, the quality is really high. So this is a photo of downtown Kansas City, and the reason why I like it so much before composition, before colors, is because Kansas City means a lot to me, and so like in 1 or 2 months or whenever I go off to college, I'm going to move away. And I think this sort of captures the sort of downtown look that I love about Kansas City, Missouri. But more importantly, I really like this photo because of the color distinctions, right? So at the bottom, you have like this, you have these sort of blue hues, these sort of red hues, and it sort of like captures the nighttime aspect of downtown Kansas City. But most importantly, I really like it because it represents kind of what downtown Kansas City is like in that sort of chart. And so that's all 5. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.